The $10,000 engagement ring disaster. The courtroom is silent, not the kind of silence that feels peaceful, the kind that feels heavy. Like something important is about to happen. At the center of it all stands a young man. His jaw is tight, his eyes fixed forward. In his hand, a small velvet box inside it, a $10,000 engagement ring. Across from him stands the woman he once planned to marry, his ex-fiancée. She doesn't look nervous. She doesn't look emotional. If anything, she looks calm, too calm, arms crossed, steady, like she's already made peace with whatever happens next. But this isn't just another breakup story. This is a courtroom. And at the bench sits Judge Judy, watching everything closely, every expression, every pause, every word that hasn't even been spoken yet. Because in this room, truth doesn't hide for long. The man begins. He explains how it all started. He met her. They fell in love. Things moved quickly. And then he made a decision, a serious one. He bought the ring, $10,000, not just money, intention, commitment, a future. He planned the proposal carefully, the moment, the words, the promise. And when he asked the question, she said yes. Everything felt perfect, at least for a while. But then something changed. No big fight, no dramatic betrayal, just distance, coldness, and eventually an ending. The engagement was over, just like that. And now, the ring? Still with. That's why he's here, because to him, that ring was never just a gift. It was a condition, a contract without paper, a promise tied to one outcome: marriage, no marriage. Then the ring comes back. Still, or at least, that's how he sees it. Now it's her turn. She steps forward, calm as ever. And her argument is just as simple. It was a gift. No conditions, no contracts, no hidden terms. He gave it to her willingly. And once a gift is given, it belongs to the person who received it. That's it. No refunds, no takebacks. And certainly, no courtroom battles over it. But here they are, because this isn't about emotions anymore. This is about the law, and the law doesn't care about feelings. It cares about facts. And one question now becomes everything. Who ended the engagement? Because the answer to that question changes everything. If he ended it, he loses the ring. If she ended it, she might lose more than she expects. The courtroom feels tighter now, the air heavier. Even the audience leans in, waiting, because this is the turning point, the moment where truth matters more than stories. The judge watches closely, not just what they say, but how they say it, the pauses, the hesitation, the small cracks in confidence. And then it comes out. She ended the engagement, not because of abuse, not because of cheating, not because of anything extreme, but because she changed her mind just like that, and in that moment, everything shifts. Because in the eyes of the law, an engagement ring isn't always just a gift. Sometimes it's a conditional gift, given with a clear expectation, marriage. And when that condition isn't met, ownership becomes questionable. The logic now becomes unavoidable, clear, direct, uncomfortable. You don't get to keep the ring and walk away from the promise. The words land heavy. No one interrupts. No one argues, because there's nothing left to argue. The facts are set. The responsibility is clear. And now, it's time for the decision. The judge leans forward slightly, her voice calm, but final. I find in favor of the plaintiff. Just like that, it's over. But the consequences, they're just beginning. Return the ring, or pay its full value, $10,000 gone. Not because of revenge, not because of emotion, but because of accountability. The man exhales, relief, not joy, but closure. On the other side, she stays quiet, still processing. Because sometimes, the biggest loss isn't what you expected. It's what you thought you could keep, and now it's gone. The courtroom slowly comes back to life. Whispers, movement, reactions. But the lesson remains clearer than ever. Love can be complicated, people can change, promises can break, but the law is simple. If something is given with a condition, and that condition is not fulfilled, then the outcome is not negotiable. And in the end, it's not about who felt what. It's about who is responsible, because responsibility always finds its way back, no matter how far you try to walk away from it. And in this case, it came back with a price tag, $10,000.